Hi everyone, welcome to Dahab Live. Thanks for watching again. Today we're going to take you to a very special place called Nabq, a national park here in Egypt, in the Sinai. And don't forget that you can ask your questions in your own language. So that could be in het Nederlands,
عربي
Español.
Suomeksi.
oder in Deutsch.
Okay, enjoy the show.
See you after.
Hi. So welcome guys to Nabq. We have just spent a lovely 2 days here and yeah, we're gonna just share with you some highlights from our trip. We've gone kayaking.
Yes. Successfully.
We've done some lovely snorkeling on a wreck. And then again today with a beautiful coral garden, we've taken lots of photos and visited a fishing village. So excited to share with you some of the shots we got from that. So hope you enjoy it and yeah, follow us on more adventures. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Off-road. New road. Never been here before. This is
Yeah.
beautiful day. We even have clouds. On our way to Nabq, protected area.
Mountains are just look at that.
Gorgeous.
Is it to cross the same time?
Whoops.
Oh, well there you go. We just got it. So first impression? What do you think, Herman?
Amazing. It's amazing.
All right, so we're going snorkeling. Snorkel time! Yay!
Wreck diving.
Welcome to a very beautiful place in Sinai, Nabq, protected area.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's go.
Wreck freediving. Woohoo! It's awesome. We just rode the waves, baby. He's peeing.
Delicious.
Hey everybody! Woohoo!
ماشي ما يدوس بنزين خلاص.
Can't see them no more.
Which way are you leading?
That way, not me.
Oh,
I am. No.
whoa.
I'm leaning.
I think it's the one that's leaking or something.
Yeah, I think so too. Yes.
Almost. I have my phone in my pocket.
Oh no! I told you to come without your phone. Okay, wait.
It sinks boats.
Look at our boat!
Instead of paddleboarding, you can also just, take your canoe for a walk.
Yeah. So Herman and Sammy are doing kayak rescue in the mangroves. Hello.
Yes.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. It was lovely. So, welcome back to the live studio. And I would really like Sammy to explain to us, just to start us off, tell us a little bit about Nabq and what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Crazy also asked on the chat that where it is in relation to Dahab. It's a really big area. It's 600 square kilometers in size. The whole Nabq protected area. It starts just south of Dahab and goes all the way to Ras Mohammed, which is the next one in Sharm el Sheikh. So it starts from 15 kilometers from Dahab and it ends in 76 kilometers from Dahab on the coastline. So it's a massive area. We were at the southern end of the area. It's started by the government 1992 to protect the mangroves, which are the northernmost mangroves in the Indian Ocean / Red Sea. So it's a very important area for both plant life that is there and bird life, and it's a massive fishery for small fish species. The plant life alone is 134 different species living in Nabq area, 6 of them only in the Nabq area in the whole world. So it's a really cool area.
Okay.
Loads of ospreys and other bird life. A lot of bird watchers come to Nabq just for that, camping in the desert, and we have native deers and ibex, and there's a wide range of even hyenas. Apparently.
What? There still are hyenas there?
Yeah, so
No
there's
way.
a wide range of animals living on that area because
Okay.
it's so big area where you have a few of these eco camps like the one where we were staying, but no permanent buildings other than that on the whole area. It's
So what's the mangrove?
Oh, that should be an episode by itself. I mean, mangroves are these unique trees that have roots both underwater and on the air. So the water coming from the sea is so salty that they can filter the salt out of it and use the water, but that's not enough oxygen for them to live. So part of their root system is on surface so that they can get the oxygen that they need for photosynthesis from the air itself directly. And it's one of the very few plant species in the world that can actually do that.
Wow.
They protect the coastline, they stop erosion, they stop waves coming too deep into the land mass. They are safe net for the small fish species, for the birds to nest and so on. It's very, very important.
There is
Indispensable. Yeah.
there is a places like you can find them in different places or only Nabq or
Here we used to have before also in Ras Abu Galum protected area on the Gulf of Aqaba. But on the Gulf of Aqaba, this is the only one left. That's why it's so important to protect it.
And you mentioned something, like I saw something about a fishing village, but you say there's no permanent building or habitation there, but and it's obviously a protected area. So how does that relate, like fishing village?
Joseph.
Well, it's usually it's not allowed to fish. It's a protected area, but there is exception for the Bedouin living in the Sinai that they can fish for their own food. Like they're not gonna do massive fishing to sell. It's only for their own food. And there is some houses you see it there. This is like people go when they want to do the fishing. Like they go spend 1 month or like 1 week do the fishing, and then they go back to their life. Like this house is not permanently living there. Like they just go and go back.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, for practical purposes, I mean, especially you were answering Grace's question, but the thing is, literally, we loaded into a car and drove an hour and 10 minutes, you think? And we're here in this amazing place. Like, literally, these things are so close to us. We have so many things to explore nearby. And I was so surprised by the fishing village. I've never seen so many clapboard buildings.
Yeah, it looks like a giant town.
Yeah.
I mean, each family have their own house.
Yeah. Because you look at them like, okay, shops.
Carport shut down area
Yeah.
to put their things for overnight and sleeping there overnight.
I mean,
everybody knows each other. It's a very safe place, and
Plus-
kids play around, and they're Bedouin tribes that meet there and spend time together, and not a lot of outsiders ever go there.
Plus, there's even a supermarket.
Yes.
Yes.
That was no point.
Correction.
Yeah.
Hypermarket.
they had Coca-Cola.
Oh, wow. So do they have electricity there?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
have
okay.
solar power.
Solar power. Okay, that's cool.
I mean, you did it overnight, but we used to do it in our we have the King Safari office. We used to do it just a day trip. We go in the morning, we come back in the evening. So it was like a
easily doable both ways.
And I mean, just a final note about the fishing village. Herman, do you remember your comment about the cleanliness? Like when we walked in to sit and have tea with them.
Yeah, there's like
It's
they have their house, and on the side they have like an open space, and they just welcome guests there, and they have the mats on the floor, and it looks like nobody's been there in
pristine.
weeks. Like it's pristine, yeah, exactly. And they're very, very hospitable. They're very friendly, and they give you tea and coffee, and like it's really nice to visit.
So
there.
what about this teas? Why is this sitting here?
Oh,
Can you tell us
yeah,
about
we
it?
got
Like,
these.
what's this
Well,
stuff?
can you?
You might
the
know
thing
more
is,
about this.
when you're walking around, whether it's Nabq or the mountains or you're snorkeling and get a little bit cold, after that you need a cup of tea. This is the glass cup that they use for the tea, and this is the coffee pan that they use for making this extraordinary coffee that you will never get anywhere else. They have this green coffee that they roast on the open fire. They crush it first, they roast it on the open fire and make you a green tea, green coffee, which doesn't look like coffee.
No, it looks like tea.
It doesn't really even taste like coffee, but the caffeine is there, and you know it. Like it works. But the Bedouin tea is the main thing here.
Yes.
It's roughly 50-50 sugar and tea.
Yeah.
But it's so nice
you don't
when
need
you're
2
in the
cups,
depth.
believe me. But it gives you the energy you need sometimes.
Yeah.
And just for accuracy, this is way too beautiful of a pot. I mean, it needs to be blackened by the fire to be authentic.
Dusty.
Because they literally take it and put it on the fire.
This is like for weddings.
This is new.
Yeah. And then it gets a little hole in the bottom, so when you pick it up to serve yourself some tea, a little squirt pours out, and you're like, whoa!
Plus these cups
Maybe you
are
will see that in one of our episodes. Coming episodes. Yeah.
these cups are on the big side.
Yeah, these are on the big side.
These are massive.
Giant.
There are smaller glass cups we use normally when we go up to the mountains.
And the coffee cups are beautiful. There's
are
tiny little
tiny.
porcelain ones with they are really stunning.
And in that clapboard village that you saw us drive through, and like literally they had the porcelain coffee cups. It was like, what?
They're gorgeous.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Well,
So when you're snorkeling, I saw that you wearing like weights on you.
Yeah.
That looks heavy. How does that work?
I've never
Well,
snorkeled with weights.
yeah.
neither should you if you don't have experience. Not a good idea.
I always want to go down. So the problem is if you put a wetsuit on, it makes you more floaty. So you want to compensate for that floating. So I put on, like, for example, it depends, like, how thick of a wetsuit. And so I put on 4 kilos, and that way I get down, like, easier.
Down, like doing free diving.
Yes.
So you put it for the free diving, not for the
I mean,
snorkeling.
snorkeling is normally only on the surface, but there's a lot of people who want to see everything closer and want to go under a little bit and feel like a fish. So you put some weights on, and the wetsuit keeps you warm, and the weights help you get down. So
and you still go down with the snorkel in, or
no? So always. This is something that you learn when you free dive. This is like in the case of emergency, if something would happen and your body like goes into oxygen preserving mode, it like closes off your mouth, and if you have a snorkel in your mouth, you can't get it out. So if you need to give somebody rescue breath, that's actually impossible because the mouth is still open, but you can't provide rescue breath. So you always take it out, and you don't need it on the water anyways.
No,
so
How deep can you go when you do free diving? How deep you can dive?
Well,
you and the record.
So you personally,
personally, and then the record.
When I was training in Dahab, like my maximum was like 41 meters.
Without any oxygen or anything.
But I mean, what we were doing is just free diving, no ropes, no gear. I mean, just the snorkel gear. What that was with a buoy with a line attached to the line, and with body, and so that's a little different circumstances. I wouldn't go 40 meters there and have no reference.
You don't have 40 meters there.
No.
Well, actually on the wreck, where we were on the wreck, we swam out a little bit. At the bottom started from 15, and it like goes deeper gradually. So if you swim out a little further, you could actually go pretty deep.
And I mean, just as a side note, also we will get into free diving for sure. We are in a free diving hotspot in the world.
Free diving destination.
A lot of world record holders. Sometimes you're having a sandwich and they just walk by you on the street. It's amazing.
Yeah.
At least 7 live here.
But just as a side note, always, if you're going to try free diving, try taking a course. It's worth it to learn more information, and always go with a buddy. Even if you're just duck diving, you can get a little tired at the end of the day. It's always good to go with a buddy. That's the #1 rule of free diving. Always go with a buddy. Be safe. And for sure, we were always watching out for each other when we come to the surface, and we just do a little protocol, make sure we're good. So even when it's shallow, keep it safe and keep it fun. Safety is...
And I also want to add to the fun part. It's not like a lot of people know freediving from the extremes and the pushing at the competitions, but freediving is much bigger. A competition is a part of freediving, but a lot of people just do it for fun, and it's a way of meditating and being on the water, and it's just nobody is judging you like for your competitiveness or like how much you can do. It's just a fun another activity that you can do here. And it's beautiful environment, so
You said you do 40 meter deep. And how many minutes could you do that?
That's about
how many minutes you could hold your breath for?
The swim to 40 meters and up is about 2 minutes. But if you hold your breath, I mean, my personal best is 4.5 minutes. But there's people
4.5 minutes. I couldn't hold it for 15 seconds.
Well, that's what they train you how to breathe. But honestly, guys, like for me, Herman is much more experienced. He's done a lot of courses. I've done my IDA 2-star. That's like the first course. This was my most favorite freediving experience so far. The waves and getting down and getting to see the corals and I felt like we got to experience the whole place. I mean, we got to just check out the area and look around, and then also get back on the truck and come back to camp. And Then we
Yeah.
grabbed kayaks. Like, it was just...
Yeah, that was another thing. We saw the kayaks.
Yeah.
You walk with your kayak.
Brilliant.
The kayak was called Titanic.
Yes.
No, for
You only saw that
obvi-
after that it was written
obvious
on it,
reasons.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We had loads of fun watching them
Yeah.
go down.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Well,
Speaking of shipwrecks.
There was almost two.
So, what, do you know anything about the wreck there? Like when it sank, or what was for, or?
Yeah, Maria Schroeder. I'm trying to remember the year off the top of my head.
50,
It's in
60s
English?
or something, I think. Somewhere
Yeah,
in the 60s.
we need to get that information
Yeah.
for you guys and
It's
put it on
not
the
that
comments.
long
The ship
ago.
is built in 1920 and it sank around somewhere in the 1950s.
Yeah.
We don't know how actually, like if the engine broke or something like that, because
It's very close to the shore, huh?
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
it's
you're
really
based
right
on the
there.
location,
Yeah.
it's being pushed on the reef,
Yeah.
top of the reef by the waves,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the high tide or
I
something
was
like
really
this.
surprised because like you're snorkeling
It's literally on top
like
of the reef.
so close to the wreck. It's really cool to like see that, and you see all the parts of the boat like broken down. Like you see like a whole bunch. There's the propeller, which was on the video, and that's really cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
shipwrecks. Again, the Red Sea, we just never stop with subjects in
Yeah.
Sinai. We have this Red Sea, some of the most amazing shipwrecks. It's just unbelievable. But I've never like been swimming out, and you saw like the surge as we were moving through the water. And Sammy's, I love that photo of you like with all the plants. And then all of a sudden you pop your head up and it's this massive wreck in front of you. It's just so picturesque.
Yeah, because we saw coral, but then those were plants, right? The ones that kind of like waving like fingers in the sea. I was not sure if that's coral or
Yeah.
plants or what is that.
That's
Yeah.
a plant, yeah.
Yeah.
And the coral there are amazing. Like
Yes.
they are so beautiful and like look like a dish or like a table or like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so
Big,
beautiful.
And
Flat
I
ones,
wish
yeah.
we could really, like, there's nothing like being there because the massive system of coral that's there, just when you're there, you feel like this is unbelievable. It goes on and on and on. And
It
you
is
see
another
this-
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
And,
that's the
really,
thing.
really big.
and
Yeah.
those huge corals that we're swimming through, like, the second day, those are very old again. We'll get back to that as well. I mean,
And you tell by the size of them basically that they are that age.
Yeah, by the size of the colony, you can kind of pretty accurately, you can determine what's the age of that colony because you know how slow they grow
Yeah.
and how many hundreds or even thousands of years it takes to build kind of skeleton corals that we're talking about that are the reef builders. Hard corals that they grow very slowly, but the other corals need them to be as a base of operation for them. They bring the cleaners in, they bring the other fish types in, and then the other corals come with those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there we go again. And did you go before to Nabq? Was this the first time?
For me, this was the first time.
Me too.
First time on land.
I
Yeah.
wasn't on this
I've
one,
been
but
on
I
a boat
have
on
been
the
like 10
outside
years ago.
before.
Yeah.
10 years
no.
ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
and
many
you've
times
been-
as a guide.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it just goes to show you.
Not into the water.
Yeah.
Land animal.
Well, there's many, and even especially we stayed overnight, and we were lucky the moon like set like during the night, and we had the dark sky.
Oh,
and
man,
it was
that
amazing
sky
how many
picture.
stars
Well,
you see.
that's something.
Thank
when
you,
you
Sammy.
don't when you don't have full moon and you can take the Milky Way photos. There's no light pollution anywhere. It's a perfect place, perfect weather. It's just beautiful. But we are coming to an end of this episode.
But-
So
We didn't bring the Thanksgiving. Would we show it next time? The Thanksgiving.
We're going to put together maybe a holiday episode, we're
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
did
we
have
might, because we had a nice feast, but it's a little bit boring to look 15 minutes of us eating.
Of us eating turkey.
Sorry.
We might bring a couple of other traditions that we have here, like
Our
Santa Claus.
multicultural
Yeah.
mix
Very soon
here.
coming up,
Yeah.
and Christmas. Well, 3 different Christmases
Yes,
coming up soon.
we
So
are lots
And
of
that
traditions.
yes, New
a lot
Year.
of different
yeah.
things, and we can put together kind of like traditions episode where we show you a little bit more than just the Thanksgiving.
And we
Just
just
us eating turkey.
And more turkey.
Which
And
was
leftover
really good,
turkey.
And we've just gotten back from another desert trip, guys. So there's lots of material
man.
coming up. We've got some great
We
stuff to
got
show
some really
you.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for next week, and we'll see what we show you next time.
Thanks for
Yes.
watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Don't forget to ask your questions.